Welcome to Programming in Java. In this lecture, we shall consider the topic of polymorphism in Java, and that deals with what is called the methods overloading. Let us try to understand what is polymorphism, and it is a very important concept in Java. Polymorphism in Java is a concept by which we can perform a single action in different ways. For example, I want to find the area of a triangle. I could give only the length of base and height, or I could give the lengths of sides. So it should calculate the area of the triangle. That is called polymorphism. Single action, want the area, but in different ways. Let us see what it is. So that word polymorphism is derived from two Greek words, as you see, poly and morphos. What is poly? Poly means many, and morphos means forms. So many forms, again going back to single action in different ways, or the function, the method will have many forms. So here polyform means, as I said, means many forms. So there are two types of polymorphism in Java. What is called the compile time polymorphism and the runtime polymorphism. Initially we shall deal with the runtime polymorphism in Java. It's a very important concept and very practical concept. Let us see what it is. So we can perform polymorphism in Java by method overloading and method overriding. We shall immediately get into what is called the method overloading, and then next lesson we will have understood what method overriding is. So if you overload a static method in Java, it is example of compile time polymorphism. So static method is a compile. We will deal also with that later, compile time polymorphism. But we are going to focus mostly on runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism. So overloading, method overloading. That is how polymorphism is designed. So in Java, two or more methods within the same class can share the same name as long as their parameter declarations are different. So name is the same, but there are going to be maybe no parameters, or one parameter, or two or three parameters. Let us see, we'll take concrete examples. For example, here, add numbers. I can add only two numbers in integer type. I can add two numbers of double type. These are two different, therefore same name but different parameters. They are integer parameters. Here are parameters which are floating numbers. Or for example, I want to multiply maybe only two numbers, L and B, or I want to multiply L, B and H, three numbers. So but the name of the function is the same, but the parameters, in the first case there are two parameters, in this case there are three parameters. So this is how polymorphism is achieved. Let us see how we'll work out concrete problems. So we have got one, we create a class called overload. So add numbers here. Here I don't have any parameters passed. You will have only, if you run this program, it will only print no parameters. So then I have got here add numbers 2. Add two numbers which are integers. So sum a plus b, then it is going to give the sum of these two numbers going to be the integer, as you see that. Or I could have add numbers double, the floating numbers, and it will give me the sum of these two floating numbers. So this is class called overload. This class, we will call that class overload here and create an object of the type overload using new keyword or the operator. Then I have declared two integers and two variables of double type. So first I am calling add numbers. So no parameters passed. Therefore it is going to give an output saying that no parameters passed. So here I am assigning 10 to x and 40 to y. These are integer parameters. I am passing them x, y. Again, object add. This add numbers is in this object here, obj. This. So therefore, obj dot add numbers. So x and y. Then immediately it prints the sum of these two numbers. Here I am assigning two floating numbers to p and q. I am calling the same function with p and q, but here there were integer parameters. Here you are going to floating number parameters. So let us see what happens. This is the output. So the sum of 10 and 40 is equal to 50 integer, whereas here sum of 23.6 and 27.3 is equal to 50.90. You have got the floating number output. So this is how we am given an example of method overloading. We'll take one more example. Here we have got area triangle is my class. Area triangle. Here you have got, so I've given the same name. This is the constructor. These are both of them are constructors of this class. But in this constructor, I am going to give only two parameters here. That is base and height. Here in this constructor, I am giving three parameters A, B, and C. Lengths of three sides. Therefore, how do I calculate the area when the length of three sides is given? That is, first I calculate S and I use this formula, square root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C, and return. So as you see there, here these methods here, these constructors, both constructors return the area of the triangle. So let us see now. So we test area is the function or is the class I am creating for testing, and I've got the main function here. I created an object called A, and I create an object called A of the type area triangle. Then I am calling A dot area triangle. I am inputting 10 and 20 integer two sides B and H. It calculates and prints the area A1. It has printed the area. Similarly here, area triangle, I am passing three parameters, lengths of three sides. It calculates and puts it in area 1 again, and I am printing the area calculators. Two function methods here with the different parameters, two parameters and three parameters. This is how we have overloaded the methods of this function. In this case, both of them are the constructors of the class area triangle. So as you see here, I've got area of the triangle 100, and here area of the triangle from the lengths of sides 24.25. So this is example for method overloading. Thank you.